What's up, guys? This is Mr. Eldridge, and in today's video, we are going to look at the basic principles of a government. In political science, the term state refers to a political party or entity that exercises sovereignty over a defined territory and its population. A state possesses the authority to make and enforce laws, maintain order, collect taxes, and engage in international relations. It is characterized by central government with a set of institutions and administrative structures. On the other hand, nation refers to a community of people who share a common culture, language, history, or ethnicity. A nation may or may not have its own state. A country, often used interchangeably with state, generally refers to a geographic region that has recognized borders and a distinct political and legal system. While the concepts of state, nation, and country are related, they can exist independently of each other, with some nations not having their own state or country, and some states comprising of multiple nations or countries within their borders. In the context of a state, people collectively constitute the population that inhabits a given territory and falls under the authority of the state's governance. While a state typically comprises diverse individuals with varying cultural, ethnic, religious, and linguistic backgrounds, it does not necessitate homogeneity among its people. Modern states often embrace and accommodate diversity, recognizing and protecting the rights and identities of different groups. Within their borders, inclusive states recognize the importance of pluralism and provide mechanisms for diverse communities to coexist and participate in the political, social, and economic life of the nation. By valuing diversity and promoting equality, states can foster social cohesion and harness the collective potential of their diverse citizenry. In political science, the concept of territory is a fundamental element of a state. Territory refers to a specific geographical area over which a state exercises its authority and within which its laws and regulations apply. The notion of territory provides a physical and spatial dimension to the state, delineating its borders and establishing the extent of its jurisdiction. Territory not only defines the geographical limits of a state, but also encompasses the land, water, and airspace under its control. It serves as the basis for state sovereignty, allowing it to govern its population, establish institutions, enforce laws, and engage in international relations. Without a defined territory, a political entity cannot be considered a state in the traditional sense, as territory is a crucial element that distinguishes a state from other forms of political organization. Also, in the context of political science, sovereignty is a key attribute to a state. It refers to the supreme authority and control that a state possesses over its own territory. Free from external interference, sovereignty entails the state's ability to make independent decisions, enact laws, and enforce them within its own borders. A sovereign state exercises exclusive jurisdiction over its territory, including the power to govern its population, collect taxes, maintain order, and engage in international relations. The principle of sovereignty establishes the state's autonomy and independence, granting it the authority to represent itself in global affairs and negotiate with other states as equals. Without sovereignty, political entities would be subject to external domination or interference, undermining its status as a fully recognized state. So then, defining a government is an essential component of a state. It refers to the set of institutions and individuals responsible, if you will, for making and implementing decisions on behalf of the state and its citizens. A government is responsible for formulating and enforcing laws, maintaining order, providing public services, and representing the state both domestically and internationally. It exercises political authority and wields power through various branches, such as the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. The government plays a vital role in setting public politics, managing resources, and ensuring the well-being of its citizens. It provides the framework for governance, enabling the state to function effectively and fulfill its responsibilities towards its population. Without a government, a state would lack the necessary structures and mechanisms to exercise authority, resulting in an absence of governance and a breakdown of essential functions. So then we need to define what is the purpose of a government. And for American government, the preamble of the Constitution is that introductory statement that outlines the fundamental purposes and principles of our Constitution. In the case of the United States Constitution, the preamble begins with the iconic words, "We the people." It serves as a concise expression of aspirations and objectives that the framers and establishes the foundation for the subsequent articles and their provisions. The preamble states that its purpose is to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty. It conveys the intent of the Constitution to create a unified and just society that protects the rights and well-beings of its citizens. The preamble signifies the people's collective commitment to a government that safeguards their freedoms, maintains order, and pursues the common good. It reflects the democratic principles of popular sovereignty and the idea that the power of the government originates from and belongs to the people. Finally, we need to look at the powers of the government. Governments typically possess three branches that exercise distinct powers. As we stated earlier, legislative, executive, and judicial. The legislative branch is responsible for making laws and is usually composed of a parliament, Congress, or some type of similar body. It enacts legislation and debates policies and represents the interest of the people. The executive branch, headed by the president, prime minister, or a similar position, implements and enforces laws. It holds administrative and executive powers, oversees government agencies, making decisions, and managing the day-to-day affairs of the state. The judicial branch comprises of the courts and is responsible for interpreting laws and ensuring their application. It adjudicates disputes, upholds the rule of law, and protects individual rights. By dividing powers across these branches, governments establish a system of checks and balances, preventing the concentration of power and ensuring accountability. The separation of powers is a fundamental principle of modern democratic governance, promoting fairness, stability, and the protection of individual liberties. Thank you so much for paying attention to this video. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do so now. Thank you so much, and you have a great day.